Hi Gemini. Okay, so this is going to be your August 2021 reading. This is going to be fit for YouTube consumption. Now, this is a disclaimer only going to say for a couple of more readings, and then I'm just going to let you guys decide, okay, what kind of readings you're signing up for or you're watching. Okay, so Gemini, these messages are going to be for you. I have laid the cards out. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I started to record, but then my sage. I needed to sage the place. Okay, I had to stop the reading. I'm so sorry. But what's there if there's no trust, right? Okay, you're gonna give me the benefit of the doubt, Gemini. I know it doesn't come easy. I know. Okay, but stretch yourself a little bit just for this once, okay? And believe that I did set all the intentions and started your reading, okay? I did. All right, Gem. So, unlike the Virgo reading, uh, which had basically 5 cards, okay, including the conclusion card, you got 6 cards to begin with, okay? And this is not going to be as long as the Virgo reading, okay? Because it's still not uploaded yet. Okay, I'm doing uploads on the Chief Minister's Wi-Fi, my Chief Minister's Wi-Fi. Okay, and well, it doesn't even have the bandwidth to upload my name. But 10 out of 10, Mr. Kejriwal, for intention. Intention is what matters. Outcomes don't, because outcomes can be refined as long as your intentions stay in alignment. That's not just for him, that's for all of us. And for you, Gemini, if you stay in alignment with your intention, the outcomes will refine themselves. Okay, they will. Okay, now, Gemini, we start your reading with playfulness. This is your first card, playfulness. Yeah, powerful enough. This just oozes power. Gemini, how do you bring power into play? Right. The next is change. Change in reverse. That's kind of silly, right? Because usually we're told that be playful and change will happen, right? Playfulness is what you shift into to bring in change, right? That's what they say. That's what all of us say. And then the next card is going with the flow. In reverse. Going with the flow, but in reverse. Yeah. I'm gonna show you the card. Yep. Now this guy looks adrift, right? Adrift. I'm not gonna say guy, it's a human form, right? Could be a humanoid, right? Going with the flow. Going with the flow. The flow of water, the flow of the ocean, the flow of the air. Yeah? Yeah. Going with the flow. It's in reverse, Gemini. So why you're being truly playful, okay? You know what playfulness can bring in life, right? How much power playfulness holds. You know it. The change is in reverse. There's no going with the flow. Kind of contradicts itself, right? Playfulness is supposed to be going with the flow. It is the epitome of going with the flow, right? Okay. The next card is inner voice. Okay. Hold this for you. Okay. See inner voice? This is you. This is your inner voice. These are the waves coming in. Direct downloads. Do you see them? Direct downloads. How many runways would you need to build to land all of these direct downloads? Inner voice. It's in reverse, by the way. It fell down in reverse. It came down. It came out in reverse, okay? This is the Christ consciousness coming down, getting downloaded into the consciousness. Look at the eyes. These are the eyes which we need to see in the 3D. These are the eyes which capture and stay in the 5D, right? This is 5D, this is 3D. Right. Inner voice, in reverse. And the next two cards, nothingness. This actually came up, right? This is again for August 2021. This came up, right? Nothingness and maturity. This came up right as well, maturity. Gemini, I'm going to ask you again. How's that extra set of teeth in your tummy doing? How's it doing, Gemini? All right. I get it. Okay. Gemini, for Virgo the word is stability, right? So for Gem the word is duality. Duality is just a term, right? Like stability. Duality is like two sides of the same coin, two sides of the same aspect, right? Same person, same existence, same environment, right? There's two sides. Now you can attach meanings to these two sides, right? The twin in you. And you'll see that you change those labels as you go along in life, as you conquer each and every phase of your life. You're changing the labels you give into your twins, right? Sometimes one is the light, the other is the dark. Sometimes one is the goofy one, the other is the serious. Sometimes it's one who's mature, the other one who's just childish. Sometimes the one who's growing up, the other who's staying in the trauma. Right? Great. So what are your label right now? What are you labeling your twins as right now? Because there is a pair of teeth, there's a set of teeth, right, in your belly. Okay. So that set of teeth doesn't even get to exercise its gums. Because you're chewing down the food and it goes straight past it. Okay. In 2015, your twin got a little tired. Extremely. It didn't want to miss an opportunity, you see. Your twin didn't want to miss an opportunity. While you were busy maintaining the facade, the self that you have developed to seek validation from your environment, from your community, from childhood, the one that you have constructed, the one that fits everybody's expectations. You saw what would be a reward, what would be a punishment, what is highly validated and appreciated, and you picked those qualities, Gemini, and you built a self. That self that you have been building on and working on since you were a kid. Yeah, you were like, now is my time to reap the rewards, Gemini. Now is the time I'll be reaping the rewards. Because the self always thinks that if there is a trauma, there is a reward, right? I experienced trauma. I'm going to now get a reward. That's for some Geminis on the spectrum. Okay? Shedding tears won't bring you joy. It's not gonna get the attention of some divine being. Right? Or maybe you're saying wrong. Okay. So while you were maintaining and going for the reward, going for the next step in your validation process, validation from your social life, validation from your professional life, validation from your family life, again, which is social life. I say everything outside of your body is your social life, right, Gemini? Because there's already two people inside, right? There's two, multiple, plural, right? Nobody's got just one soul. You know that, Gemini. You ought to. You've seen so many aspects of yourself. You ought to know that. So while you were busy reaping the so-called rewards or trying to fit yourself to the mold again and again and again, your twin quietly walked past the portal, the 1111 portal, the 1-1, the 1-1. In 2015, the gateway was open. After 2012, 2015, the gateway was wide open. And your twin did not want to miss that chance. Twin did not want to miss that opportunity. So it walked right past that portal, that gateway. And your twin's been waiting on the other side for you to catch up on it. There's a part of you on the other side waiting for you to catch up. That twin is also saying, I don't care, you're gonna come here. One way or the other, you're gonna come here. Because you were killing me. You were starving me to death, Gemini. You were killing me. I walked through the portal while you were busy seeking validation, escaping accountability. Unless there is a validation attached to taking accountability, right? You cry for a poor person. Yeah. That will get you validation. Taking accountability, taking charge for someone who is in pain will give you validation. You'll be like, oh yes, Gemini. Oh yes. Your twin is like, there's things in place which is making people suffer, which is making us suffer. I'm not giving up on this opportunity. I'm going to the other side. You didn't know, unbeknownst to you, Gemini, who still exists completely in the 3D, right? The reward and punishment, trying to decide what brought what in your life, right? Where did you go wrong? Was it trust, blind faith? Was it wrong of you to uphold the values and traditions of your community? Was it wrong, Gemini? Was it wrong? And now you're stepping into playfulness. See, the conscious self, the conscious you, the part of you that remains in 3D is now trying to compensate for your twin who's not here anymore, who's on the other side, who's like, you can call out for me as much as you want, Gemini, but I walked through the portal. I somehow walked through the portal, right? Because in 5D, in the 5th dimension, I was zoomed out. I could see you. I could see us. And I walked through the portal. I was getting these downloads that you were too scared to see, to accept, to even listen, because it didn't fit your 3D expectations. Did they, Gemini? They did not fit your 3D expectations at all. At all. In 3D, you have worked too hard on yourself. You've already created a persona to fit the epitome of sophistication. You have, right? These are for some of the Geminis, by the way, not all the Geminis, but if you're on the spectrum, come on. If you're on the spectrum, there is something that you have developed to protect yourself. Now you're trying to bring out the playfulness within your conscious realm. You're trying to compensate for the twin who left you. Not left really, because it's like a band, right? The twin knows that the elastic only goes so far, okay? Either it's gonna snap, or you're gonna be like, one day you're gonna get integrated with your twin. It's not a question thing, okay? And time is again immaterial. Either you do it in this lifetime, all right, or when you die and your magnetic field is gone, and when all of your thoughts and all of your experiences and all of your memories and all of your emotions get scattered in the 10 winds and find similar magnetic fields, familiar magnetic fields, which is going to be easy, Gemini, by the way. For those magnetic fields, for those human beings to now sit in your emotions, sit in your values, sit in your experiences, sit in your memories, thinking, to expiate. Now it's up to them now to either transmute you out of their system, release you out of their system, something of that nature. So yeah, you're definitely going to meet your twin. Your twin. Again, not a body outside of you, Gemini. Let me be very clear. This is not talking about a body outside of you. This is you trying to compensate for your twin who just walked through the portal in 2015. Just walked. No more playfulness. Now you gotta come up with some playfulness of your own. That's why the change is in reverse, because there's no change in this kind of playfulness that you're putting on. Gemini, there is no playfulness. Okay? This is not that kind of playfulness that you will feel when you are integrated with your twin. Okay? This is the playfulness of denial. This is the playfulness of the denial. This is the compensation for the void left by your twin. Going with the flow is in reverse. Going with the flow is in reverse. Playfulness suggests that a rolling stone gathers no moss, Gemini. To protect your heart and to protect yourself, the self, from the pain, okay, you will roll like a stone because it gathers no moss. No mas, no mas. But here's the thing about a rolling stone, Gemini. It needs a decline to roll. What happens when it reaches an incline? It goes up a little, rolls backwards. It actually will come down and roll a little backwards. A rolling stone would need a decline to keep rolling, which means during the hard times, you will enact a playful self, right? After 2015, this is like there was a playful self which, now this is for, I'm talking to Geminis who went through abuse. I'm sorry. So the playfulness was denied to you from birth, maybe, and you knew what it would be like, how it's going to be like. You got some help, right? You got a lot of help. You had a lot of help from your twin. A lot of help. You see, the twin was the one who was accessing the grid, accessing the Christ consciousness. Yep. The playfulness is not going to come with the change. The playfulness does not affect this change that you need. The change, whatever change, Gemini, that you need to go through, right? Because the change is you going through the portal to catch up with your twin, to integrate with your twin, because your twin is like, you need to walk through the portal now. Okay, you want me, you walk through the portal. Okay, you want playfulness or you want clowning? Because this isn't the playfulness of this is like, you really need to ignore a lot to stay playful. A lot, right? While if it had been your twin would be handling this pretty well. The playfulness would have been a not just a subconscious thing, an unconscious thing, a present thing. It would be everywhere. It's a thing. See, Gemini, you can be playful and nobody would know the difference. Okay, nobody would. Nobody can tell. Okay, you're a wordsmith. Okay, Gemini, you're not a twin. You're a plural. You're multiple. Okay. So is everyone, but we are talking about you right now. Change. There is a change that needs to come in. You integrating with your twin, finally going with the flow. You can't go with the flow if you're acting like a rolling stone that gathers no moss. Why? Because even the hill that you're rolling down from is you. You're the hill. You're that rock. Aren't you, Gemini? You're the rock. You're the nurturer. Right? But you're acting like that small piece of you that's rolling downhill. That piece of you that's separated, that stone that's separated, it's that small. It's that small. Are you that small? Gemini, are you that small? Rolling down the hill? Downwards, obviously, decline. You will never grow unless you're in decline, right, Gemini? It's only in a decline that you get your role, right? That you persevere. But you're that rock. A small piece of you is probably rolling downhill. A piece of you that can roll downhill. Probably a piece of you that you have sent downhill in search of the truth. Yeah. I don't know what that truth is for you, Gemini. You don't know either. But you're this huge rock. You are the rock. You are. You're the one who... You're the home, you're the hearth. You're the rock to many butterflies, okay? Many. You're love in its truest form, Gemini. That's the part of you that walked through the portal. That's the part of you that walked through the portal, didn't it? Yes, yes. Yeah. Ah. While you stay affected and defensive and backed off and no, I'm not the rock. I'm the rolling stone that gathers no moss. Yeah. You know, when the rolling stone, it's rolling downhill, it's got these edges, right? And every time you hit the surface of the rock as you roll down is going to be ooh, ah, ouch, ah, knew it all along. Ah, no one's gonna believe me. Hey! Reality is a bump. Reality is harsh. Reality is like, I knew it. Why did I even try? It's like you dip your toe in the pool. It's too hot. Still too hot. Nah. No trust. No. Trust what? Get what? So Gemini, if you've suffered through any pain, if you've suffered abuse or pain of that sort, or just people breaking your faith, okay, that's your affected behavior is to cover the part of you that's nurturing, that's kind, that's loving, that's everything that only a Gemini can be, and say, nah, you're not getting the rock, you're getting this stone. And by you, I mean you yourself are not going to give yourself the rock. You're going to give yourself that stone, which is going to roll downhill, and with each and every bump, it's going to be like harsh reality is harsh is reality is harsh. Your twin done left you. Not left you. It can't leave you, right? It's you, right? It's you. It's what got beaten down and out of you. It's what you would believe, right? But nothing can be beaten down or out of you. Gemini, that's affected behavior. I said this in my verbal reading as well. Affected behavior. Anything that is affected by your environment is affected behavior. Affected behavior is only going to get you more reasons to continue your affected behavior. If you think that the world is going to give you reasons to trust, think again. Sit with yourself and think again. What is going to walk past you and say, hey, you trust again now? What? Is there going to be a parade down the road? People saying, Gemini can trust again. All Gemini, you can trust again. Gemini to trust. Nobody is going to control, or rather leash the beast for you. Leash their beasts for you to feel like, yeah, you it's safe to be the rock now. It's safe for the rolling stones, for whatever part of you that wants to get out was just. So you are free to be the rock again. Rock to all the butterflies. Rock to all your butterflies. The rock and the butterfly. Your duality, Gemini. The rock and the butterfly. One is the rock, one is the butterfly, but both are you. You. Both are you. Your inner voice. Why you feel the void? You feel the void. This is rapture. Do you see? This is rapture. Rapture is temporary. It's very temporary. It's 2 minutes at best. 2 minutes of rapture, Gemini. Rapture is like water, right? How much water would a rock need? in comparison to the stone that's rolling downhill from the rock. The rolling stone can get wet in just like a small puddle, but the rock, 2 minutes of rapture is nothing for the rock. Nothing. The rock is not gonna be like, yeah. Rapture? Oh yeah, I'm coming. You know what? Yeah. You got rapture, Gemini? Yeah, you can come. You can come through the portal now. Yeah, for 2 minutes you can come through the portal and integrate with your twin. 2 minutes. Rapture is not long lasting. Rapture comes when a temporary wish is fulfilled. Alright? Something temporary is fulfilled. What is temporary? Everything outside of your body is temporary. Well, the body itself is temporary, but anything and everything outside of you is temporary. You know that. It depends on other people's free will, Gemini. How much they give and how much you receive. How much you're open to receive, how much they're willing to give. Strengthen your inner voice. Your inner voice is telling you that, well, I just shared what your inner voice been trying to say. Okay? Nothingness. This is the card for future. It's nothingness. Do you see its rays? Number 5, we, the void. Gemini, stop filling the void. Nothing's gonna fill the void, Gemini. For a true nurturer, the void is not from this birth alone. Gemini, the void is not from this birth alone. You didn't lose all your trust in one birth, Gemini. You didn't. You gotta step into the void. You gotta see the emptiness for what it is. You gotta see that your twin is missing. That rock is missing. Your true nature is missing. You have conditioned yourself into hiding your own true nature from yourself. You have become quite adept at it, haven't you? This is the void, Gemini. You know, maturity is a very strange card for Gemini to have. Honestly, it is. It is. This is what we start your reading with. Playfulness. See that? Okay. I don't know if you can see the clown-like makeup. Do you see? Do you see the over exuberance? Because whenever we try to compensate for a part of us that is missing, we overdo it because we can't. We have to accept that it's a void, and then and only then can we integrate. Can we integrate with our twin, your twin, Gemini? We can come full circle. This is the other side of the portal. This is the 1111, the 11, the 2015 portal. Gemini, you are too important for your twin to just accept sudden death, the death of you. Right? So it walked on. And it patiently or impatiently waited for you. Right? Well, impatient, obviously. And you've been filling the void with starlights and busy bees. You know, the clown looks real comfortable right now, but do you know how restless this is? this human is. Do you see how going with the flow? Do you see the difference? The clown is pretty restless, okay? The clown is the most restless. The most restless. Because it's filling the void, it's overcompensating for the void, but you need to first acknowledge that your twin's not there, okay? You first acknowledge that a part of you literally left you and walked in 2015. It walked off. It just pushed through the gate. Like, I'm not a part of this. Gemini, I'm not a part of this. And you were like, go. Who needs you? You're the one who started all this shit. You don't know anything. You don't know what is best for us. So like, oh, all right. Instead of being another set of teeth in your belly, it's better to just leave. You're never going to feed me anyway, right? You're too scared. Too scared of being your true self. The rock. And then comes maturity. First, accepting the void that it exists, the nothingness, will kill the restlessness immediately. It will shut it out immediately. You watch it, you'll see. It will. You have to first accept the void. You have to. You have to acknowledge that your twin's not there. Alright? The part of you who is the rock is not there. It's not there. It doesn't find itself. You don't find the rock in you in all of the situations, in all of the circumstances, in all of the people around you. You don't find it coming out. You don't find it. You don't know. You can't access it. Even if you ask, hey, come on, rock, come on. It's not there. The rock is not there. You can't access that nurturer part of you anymore. You can do it for rapture, for some time, but it would disgust you to no end to try and be the rock. So just be playful, Gemini. Because that part of you is gone. Not gone, but waiting for you on the other side. And no, I cannot wait a million lives. You cannot. Not this time around. Not this time around, Gemini. This is what awaits you when you integrate the two parts of you. When you finally integrate the two parts of you. The rock doesn't mean the stone cannot exist. The stone is a part of the rock. You can always be the rolling stone, and you can be the rock that it rolls down from, because then you know, even if it's not a decline. It's not a decline anymore. The face of the rock is you, which means even when you bump, you're bumping against yourself. All right? So every time you bump, the rock and the stone are of the same. They're made of the same stuff. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hit. Things are not going to hit that bad. They just won't. Come into alignment with the fact that you're no rolling stone. Okay. Come into alignment with the fact that the playfulness doesn't go when you are the rock. Come into alignment with it. Let's draw you an advice card. Just one. Oh my god. It's 40 minutes. Oh, okay. Gemini? What? This is not unusual at all, Gemini. I lost a friend to COVID, a Gemini friend to COVID. She refused treatment during the last few days of her life. She literally refused treatment. She had to be strapped down. This is what happens when you lose your twin. You want ordinary. This is you, Gemini. This is so you. You will be. Ah, this is heaven for you, isn't it? This is heaven. The ordinariness. This is heaven. How the hell do you believe this overcompensation can get you to this and can get you to this? But both are you, Gemini. Both are you. And whatever makes you think you can't have both. Come on, Gemini. Come on. You being the rock is not going to bring you shame. It's not going to bring you disgust. It's not going to bring you hurt. Nah. There is a lot. The rock weathers different, okay? The rock takes a long time to weather. Okay. The stone though, the stone with every bump is gonna get chiseled. It's gonna lose parts of itself, it's gonna lose edges. And while you're losing those edges, Gemini, you're gonna feel like, oh, I'm getting smoother. Nah. Nah, you're not. You're not. You're not. Alright, Gemini, this is your reading. This is for August 2021. Accept the void. Accept the void. Accept that a part of you walked through the portal. Okay? In 2015, it walked through the portal. It did. Like, I'm gonna give you some time to understand what the fuck. Whatever you're rolling down from is also you, Gemini. Is also you. Okay? I leave you with these. If these cards call out to you, Gemini, this is your reading. Then this is your reading. I don't care. LGBTQISA. I don't care how flamboyant. I don't care how deathly boring. I don't care. This is you. And you can have both sides of you integrated. This is the one who's like this. Okay? This just says ordinariness. Is this ordinary? Does this look ordinary enough to me? Nobody will call this ordinary. Man, nobody would call this ordinary. Worst is, or rather the best, the irony of it is, this side of you is overcompensating for the fact that this is not there. This is not there. Alright, Gemini. Bye.